Now, historically, we've had people do this before. I mentioned. In New York City, we had Father Divine, who claimed he was God. He fed the poor during the Depression. In South India, we had Sai Baba, who claimed he was God incarnate. He fed the poor, set up hospitals, benefited people. So we have had people at different points who claimed that they were God, but their claims could not affect the world. It may have affected the people of that region who were desperate and poor, so that a number of them may follow them, but they didn't affect the world. It would be nothing compared to the trial of Dajjal. You have world starvation, and those people who accept his call and believe in him, he will command the sky to rain for them, and it would begin to rain. And the earth would bear fruit. And for those who still held out, rejected him, when he left their area the next morning, whatever they had stored up, wealth to buy food, etc., would all be gone. Wherever he went, he will command the earth to bring forth its treasures, the gold, the silver, whatever wealth lay beneath the surface of the earth would come out, and it would follow him. And the Prophet ﷺ had said he would go across the earth from one end to the other, north, south, east, west, like wind-driven rain, entering all the cities of the earth. And he warned us that if we hear that he is coming, not to think that we could stand before him, that we are going to resist him, but to flee. At that time, if we hear he's coming, flee. Don't wait around, think that you can gather some people together and kill him or whatever. Run for your lives. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us in this time to come. That if it occurs whilst we are living, that we take the advice of the Prophet ﷺ and flee for our lives. That he make a way for us at that time to escape his trial. And that we are able to remain firm on our faith. When one of the companions went to the Prophet ﷺ and he asked him, when will the hour occur? When is the final hour coming? He said, what have you prepared for it? On one hand, it's good to have this accurate, detailed information of the future, of events which must take place. But the essence of the message is being prepared. The preparation begins from now. Preparing ourselves, as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had said, pray the farewell prayer. Now, prayer that we would make if we were informed that this is the last prayer we can pray before we die. He will approach the people and he will say to some of them, will you believe that I am your Lord if I bring back to life, if I resurrect your father and your mother? And people will say, yes. If you can resurrect my dead father and mother, then you have to be Allah. He will bring to life the father and the mother of that person. And the people who know that person, who knew his father and mother, will see his father and mother alive before their eyes. Prophet ﷺ explained that it would be two jinnis who would take the form of the father and mother of that person. And they will say to the man or woman, oh, my dear son, believe in him because he is Allah. And what are people going to do at that time? Of course, they forget that Prophet Isa alayhi salam in his own time, brought the dead back to life. This was his miracle. By the power of Allah, the dead came back to life in the time of Prophet Isa. So, by the power of Allah, any of these things are possible. But of course, it's easy to forget all of that when you see your father and mother who were dead for the last 20 years or 40 years alive in front of you, talking to you. So unless faith is firm at that time, we'll be finished. We will become among his followers. He would enter every city on the earth except for Mecca and Medina. However, he will camp outside of Medina. And when he is camped outside and the people of Medina know he is there, 3 earthquakes will hit Medina, one after the other. And tens of thousands of people from Medina will leave and join him. They will leave Medina and join his forces. So know, brothers and sisters, that will be a time of major trial. And it is only a firm belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that will get us through that period. And it is the same iman, ultimately, which will take us to paradise. So this is what we need to work on from today.